everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs, and this is my second project box for the Halloween kit that I am doing using the Spooky Halloween bundle. Now, everything is included in the kit that is paper, ribbon, or embellishments, okay? And I will give you some dimensionals, but this is not included. You have to get this separately, and my link to buy this is below, or you can use your own different stamp set with it. Alright, so I'm also using the Stylish Shapes dies from one of the circles and the 2-inch circle punch. Alright, the box measures 2.5 by 3 3/4 by 2. It opens like this. And inside I have some individually wrapped gumballs. Alright, so I will include the gumballs with it. A funny thing about this box, not the same exact one, but the same shape mostly. I made this before on it last year for Christmas one, and I actually made a mistake. I made it with the seam in the front, and this closed in the front by accident. But people still liked it, and a couple of YouTubers copied the pattern, so I guess it wasn't too bad. But this time I did it the way I intended, with the roof closing in the back. Alright, what we need for this project, of course, some basic white for stamping, piece of basic black that is 9.5 by 7.5. We're using the Stylish Shapes dies for this 2 1/8 inch circle out of pumpkin pie, and this is a 2-inch circle I cut with the 2-inch circle punch. Alright, this top of the roof is not from the Spooky Treats DSP, because I just wanted something a little orange. This is from the Celebratory Sips DSP, but it will be included in your kit. We need 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 1 1/4, 2 pieces that are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and 2 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. Alright, I'm going to get my Simply scored, and we're going to start on the 9.5 inch side. Score at 2.5, 4.5, 7, and 9. Turn it to the 7.5 inch side and score at 2, 4.5, and 6. Alright, now fold and burnish the score lines. Okay, your 1/2 inch rectangle is over here. There is a 2-inch strip on the bottom, 2.5 here, and 1.5 at the top. Yes. Alright. This is what we're going to be doing. Alright. Go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, go to the next score line and cut it to the first score line, then wedge both sides of the square, and I'm going to take about 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay, go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line, wedge this square, and take about 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay, and then this last 1/2 inch rectangle, we're just going to wedge up a little bit. And that's the bottom. Okay, move it so that the 1/2 inch rectangle is on this side. And go to the second score line, cut it to the first score line, and then take these 2 rectangles off. Okay, then you're going to wedge up into that 1/2 inch rectangle over there. All right, go to the next score line and cut it to the first score line, and then take these 2 rectangles off. Okay, now turn it right side up, and we're going to round the 2 corners of the top flap. And that's what your cardstock should look like when you're done. All right, I'm going to take some tear and tape and put it on what's left of the 1/2 inch rectangle next to the score line, and then take the backing off. Flip over the whole thing, fold over the side with the tape, and then the other side to meet it. So this is our back with the seam there. Put in the sides, put the back flap down first. Now I'm going to put about 6 gumballs in there. Okay, then this is our front. And then just the top from this part up is what we want to bend. I'm going to push in and squeeze, and it goes pretty nicely. And that's your box. All right. Now we need the DSP. We're going to round one corner of this orange from the Celebratory Sips. And that's going to go back here. And then the other one is going to go on that front of the roof. All right. The square ones are going to go on the front and the back. And the rectangle ones are going to go on each side. And now we're just going to let this dry a little bit. All right, now let's do some stamping. We need our basic white and some Tuxedo Black ink. And we're going to do the kitty cat, witch, and the broomstick. All right, and I made another mistake like I did before. This piece here needs to have your sentiment on it, crooked. All right, I put this on before I stamped it, and I tried to stamp it, and then I realized I stamped it the wrong way. So we're going to do that over. So your front piece of the roof, you're going to take No Tricks, All Treats, the sentiment, and we're going to slant it with the all at the bottom. Try to get it in the middle, but yeah, I like that better. Okay, and then I'm going to attach it over the one I didn't like that I tried to stamp. Yeah, that's better. Okay, now we'll let that dry. We stamped our 2 pieces here. Okay, so we need dark Fresh Freesia, light Bubble Bath, dark Daffodil Delight, light Granny Apple Green, and dark Pumpkin Pie. And first I'm going to go with the light Bubble Bath, and I'm going to do the nose and the inner ears. Then I'm going to go with the dark Pumpkin Pie, and I'm going to do the kitty. The ears, the face, and the hands. Now with light Granny Apple Green, I'm going to do the middle, or the second stripe actually, on the one that's right under the skirt on this side, and the skirt. Okay. With dark Fresh Freesia, I'm going to do the shirt and the stripes on the skirt, on the socks. All right, and then I also forgot the dark Smoky Slate. I'm going to do her shoes. Okay, and then for the head of the broom, I'm going to use dark Daffodil Delight. And I just left the muzzle and the middle of the face white. Whoops. Okay, now we need our circles. The orange one that is 2 1/8 and the 2-inch circle that I cut, I'm going to just glue them together. Okay, and then we're going to get some dimensionals for the kitty cat. Right, and then I'm going to have her feet stick off the bottom just a little bit. And then I'm just going to glue down the base and the top of the balloon. Kind of tuck it behind her skirt, over the edge of her hand, and push it down at the top. Alright, now that this is clean, let's get some adhesive Velcro dots. They're the 3/8 inch ones. And I'm going to put it right in the middle, and then the other one on top. I'm going to try to close this nice and even. Okay, and that's the closing of it. Alright, now put some dimensionals on the back of our circle. And just put this on the bottom. Try to get it nice and centered. Alright, I'm going to take some of our Petunia Pop ribbon and make a small bow. Alright, and I'm going to put a glue dot and some liquid glue. Okay. I'm going to put that up here above the sentiment. Alright, and for the final touch, I'm going to use some of the purple Shimmer Star foam stickers. And I'm going to put a large one there, a medium one there, oops, and then a small one on the brim of her hat. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully within the next week I'll be done with all the boxes, and if you would like to buy a kit, just let me know. Alright, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Please subscribe and hit the like button. Bye.